Yes, this is the triaxial test apparatus. And I think we'll have to... Yes, we have to understand first, no, in the types of triaxial test. So we have, if the drainage valve is open, so kung yes, consolidated sample. But if no, that is unconsolidated sample, no. If the drainage valve is open, that is drained loading, and undrained loading for no. Depending on whether drainage is allowed or not, initial isotropic cell pressure application and shearing, there are three special types of triaxial tests that have practical significances. These are the consolidated drain test, consolidated undrained test, and unconsolidated undrained test. So, we have to remember this one, no? For granular soils have no cohesion. So, muna kung gingon ganina nga, wala kay cohesion. For, in terms of total stress, C is equal to 0. In terms of effective stress, C prime is equal to 0. And for unconsolidated undrained test in terms of total stress, the phi is equal to 0. Meaning, wala kay friction angle. Wala kay horizontal ratong imuhang failure envelope. And for normally consolidated clays, your C prime in terms of effective stress, and in terms of normal stress, your C is equal to 0. So, this one, no? For consolidated drain test, no exists pore pressure throughout the test and very slow shearing to avoid build-up pore pressure. So, no excess pore pressure, no? Can be days and not desirable. So, it gives C prime and P prime in terms of effective stress. So, use C prime and P prime for analyzing fully drained situation that is long-term stability and very slow loading. Remember, no excess pore pressure throughout the test. Walay pore pressure throughout the test. Well, the consolidated undrained test. So, katong ganina is consolidated drained. This time, consolidated undrained test. Pore pressure develops during the shear. So, kung naay pore pressure, meaning na kay effective stress, no? Sigma prime. And it gives C prime and Phi prime faster than consolidated drained, no? Preferred way to find the C prime and the Phi prime or frictional angle. And for the unconsolidated undrained test, the pore pressure develops during shear, no? Not measured. Phi prime is unknown. That is failure envelope is horizontal, no? Meaning the Phi prime ni siya diri. Phi prime is equal to 0, meaning failure envelope is horizontal lang siya. Wala kay angle. No, analyze in terms of stress gives the cohesion and the Phi undrained, no? Unconsolidated. So, very quick test. Use the cohesion and Phi for analyzing undrained situations. Example, short-term stability and quick loading condition. So, this is the representation for the consolidated drain test. And this is the consolidated undrained test, no? For the consolidated undrained test, unlike the consolidated drain test, the total and effective principal test stresses are not the same in the consolidated undrained test because the pore water pressure at failure is measured in this test. So, ang consolidated undrained test, meaning undrained, meaning nakay water, nakay pore pressure. So, you have the term, kani siya, pore pressure. So, the effective stress, sigma 1, in terms of effective stresses, is this one, total stresses minus the pore pressure, no? And the unconsolidated undrained test, ang ani ang iyahang representation, wala kay failure envelope is Phi is equal to 0 mo nang horizontal lang yun ka diri. For pore pressure parameters, a simple way to estimate the pore pressure change in undrained loading in terms of total stress changes after ischemtum is this one, no? This relationship or this formula. This is according to Skimpton's pore pressure parameters for A and B. Kani siya. Pore pressure parameters. So we have here an example. Example problem is this one.